Hello and welcome to our video about high temperature high shear or HTHS. This term is used in the field of viscosity measurement to describe the resistance of a fluid to flow under high shear conditions and at elevated temperatures. The HTHS measurement is particularly important for engine oils, as these oils are exposed to high temperatures and shear rates in modern, high-performance engines. It is a measure of a fluid's ability to maintain its viscosity under high temperature and high shear conditions. To measure HTHS, a specialized instrument called a high-temperature high-shear viscometer is used. This instrument applies a controlled shear rate and temperature to the fluid being tested to measure its viscosity. The HTHS viscosity is typically measured using a small sample of the fluid being tested. In general, high HTHS viscosity indicates that the fluid will maintain its viscosity under high temperature and high shear conditions, while low HTHS viscosity indicates that the fluid will thin out and offer less protection under these conditions. This is a key factor in determining an oil's ability to provide adequate lubrication and reduce engine wear and tear. The HTHS parameter is the apparent viscosity of oil obtained from capillary viscosity measurement at 150 degrees Celsius, which is also known as dynamic viscosity. It reflects the lubrication between the piston ring and the cylinder liner, as well as the fuel economy of the oil. The testing standard is the apparent viscosity at a shear rate of 10 to the power of 6 and 150 degrees Celsius, which simulates the working temperature and high-speed shear conditions of internal combustion engine cylinders. This working condition is for the crankshaft bearing and was established after discovering damage to the crankshaft bearings when using multi-grade oil. Due to the large positive pressure between the cam and the pushrod, between the piston and the cylinder, and between the shaft and the bearing, the oil film will be squeezed out. HTHS reflects the adhesion ability of the oil between the piston and the cylinder and between the shaft and the bearing under high temperature and high shear conditions. It is related to the oil additives or polar agents added to the oil, and many people understand it as oil film strength. Oil viscosity represents the thickness of the oil film, while HTHS represents the oil film strength under high temperature and high shear conditions. Therefore, HTHS is an indicator that represents the viscosity stability of the oil under high temperature and high shear conditions. In conclusion, HTHS is an essential parameter to consider when choosing engine oil for modern, high-performance engines. It measures a fluid's ability to maintain its viscosity under high temperature and high shear conditions and reflects the lubrication between the piston ring and the cylinder liner, as well as the fuel economy of the oil. Thanks for watching.